He's coming at you from the top. Oh no, he won't stop. Double radio. Double radio. Double radio. I just realized something. That dancing GIF that Luna posted of like the kid in the disco. That chick on the left is like fine as fuck. Holy shit! With the skirt. Oh my gosh!
To customize and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual.
Stop! Abort mission. Oh my gosh! All right. I love women. I want you guys to know that women are great. I love them. They're fantastic. Welcome to the July 5th, 2024 episode of Thalmor Radio, coming to you live from a mountain bunker deep in the eastern Kentucky wilderness. And folks, I got a show for you tonight. Actually, I really don't. I don't know what to talk about. I'll pull up some show in the forums, and I'll yap about that. And then I actually will do like a little bit, like, I'll provide a little bit of commentary to recent U.S. political happenings, and then like we'll end here. There's actual news this week. I don't know if you're talking about real life or the game. If it's about the game, I'm not fully aware. All right, so nothing Orbis Central. Now in Alliance Affairs, there's Turn Back the Clock, which might be something, and also Rule of Order at the High Table. I don't know. What was going on when the show ended last time? Oh, 2 weeks ago, the war ended, right? The peace thread went up the same day as the last episode that Thalmor Radio happened. That's fun. All right, what is this? Turn Back the Clock. It is between Singularity, Weebinism, Dark Brotherhood, and Eclipse. Okay. I didn't know this had happened. Actually, I think I did know about it. Connection closed. Okay, I need to look at my alliance page, game, please. I need to know who KT's current allies are. Because I don't remember. I think we're allied to Eclipse and to Event Horizon. Yeah, we're buddies with Eclipse, buddies with the Commonwealth, buddies with Event Horizon. And we have an O level with weaponized assault penguins. That's nice. And also, we're protected by the Hand of Fate. So that's very nice. That's very nice. Clock is kind of back. Is it back? Is it? You have Singularity. You have Weebinism. Was Weebinism in Clock? I don't remember. I made the fucking meme for that shit, by the way. Oh, hell. Is that my old fucking thing? Documents. No. Oh, no. Where's my Politics and War folder at? It's in my downloads, of course it is. Did I make the clock? I don't remember. Memes. Finished. What block was MH again? Was KT in clock? I don't remember. My fucking history is all over the place. But okay. So clock is back, I guess. Whatever. That's funny. What else is there? Instead of an easy W, sales sign a 3-month NAP expansion, just watch the ops outplay them. See, that's the thing. It's like I don't know anything going on anymore. Like I have no commentary for this. I guess this is a epic based four dimensional upside down chess move to form this block, but like I don't have the context to understand it. Unfortunately, my connection to Orbis grows ever thinner and ever more distant with every month at this point. It's funny, Sleeping Ninja. Who I do know is KT's allies to Eclipse, and Eclipse is in this block. So basically, what that means is that I am willing to die for Singularity at any moment. Okay, I will lay down my life for Sketchy. I'm just waiting for the call. I'm sitting in a dark room right now, waiting for the call to receive a phone call from an Australian number that says, Thalmor, you gotta die for me, buddy. And I'll be like, yes, Sketchy, I'm ready. So, you mess with, yeah. Rules of Order at High Table. This looks like roleplay bullshit. All right, so, yeah, that's the situation with Orbis. All right, there you go. That's your politics and war update. I didn't even flip a coin. I mentally flipped the coin to determine if it's going to be a politics and war show or a Dragon Ball show, and as I mentally flipped the coin, it was a heads. So there you go. Talk about Pinta signing Rose. Thank you. What? Is there an announcement for this? When did this happen? News. Politics and war news. When did Pinta sign Rose? Did it happen a little bit ago? It happened 2 days ago. Okay. Treaty Web. What does this look like? Okay. Well, good for Rose. I like Camelot's new flag. That's a good flag. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm sorry. I should be with it more, and I'm really not. Pokemans. Oh, that's such a cool flag. I'm not even a Pokemon guy, but I love that flag. That's a cute flag. With is that Eevee? Is that the Pokemon in the middle of Pokemon's flag? Is that Eevee? Such a cute flag. I like that flag. There's a lot of great flags on here, honestly. The Fighting Pacifist flag is really good. Like, shit's just gas all over the place. We have such a creative community. Oh my gosh, that's so cool! Forgiven Legion. They have. Oh, they don't have a square flag because they made all of it white. But that's so cool. They have the kind of flag where it's not a square, and I can't remember the name of it. Oh, that's nice. This is so cool. But yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I don't really have like a whole lot to talk about for this week with politics and war news. I'm just not a lot happened, and the things that did happen, I just don't have the context or the knowledge to really give any meaningful commentary on. I'm sorry. Um, I did do the coin flip, Vass. I did it mentally. It was heads. I think the coin is rigged. Shit, guys. Anything about politics and war you guys really want me to talk on? You really want a hot take on? Because if not, think I'm. I think I'll move on to some real life stuff. Hot take: Eclipse is the best alliance. They are up there. That is for sure. Diamond War 13 means I know this, Sandra. I'm out of it. I'm fucking out of it. I just. Well, what's up, Vass? What's up? Liz Sanders says, "How did you run off P and W?" I said this a minute ago. Not a lot happened, and the few things that did happen, I just don't really know a whole lot about. I can't give meaningful commentary. If Alex was a president, which one would he be? Oh, jeez. Um, Alex's way of administering the game. I mean, he's better than a lot of other so takes is it Cyber Nations? Cyber Nations, its developers, I think, pretty much like fucked off. Like, yeah, Alex hasn't completely fucked off, but Alex has really failed to like do any work with the game recently. I remember, I remember when those people volunteered a while ago, and there was all this excitement. Like we was gonna get generals in April, and then here we are in July, and like, and nothing's changed. It's like, okay, come on, And our village has formally left. So I don't know. Alex has kind of been absentee. Probably could have done more to develop the game. I'm trying to think, what's a president that hasn't really? I think Alex is Trump, which might be a bad. I might be trying to fit a square peg into a round hole here, but I think Alex is Trump. I think Trump could have done a lot more to deliver a conservative agenda. Instead, he just kind of did nothing. And Alex also kind of does really nothing. Now, of course, Alex doesn't have the bombastic personality of Trump. He's a lot more quieter and chill and relaxed, but he kind of does nothing. And also, Alex is a divisive figure, similar to how Trump is. Like, you either love Trump or you hate him. You either love Alex or you hate him. So there you go. There was something else. Kid of Vass. If you could change one thing about politics and war, what would it be? I don't like to make gameplay mechanic decisions because I don't trust my own judgment with it. I would say I would like to alter. Actually, honestly, I want the player base to be 10 times as large. I want there to be 50,000 Politics and War players. So that means I think that would change the landscape of politics a lot. Can you imagine a alliance with 1,000 players in it? How fucking insane that would be. Yeah, I would probably 10x the player base if I could snap my fingers and have it be so. Other than that, maybe have it so that your spies can't be killed. Like, I feel like I shouldn't lose 30, 40 spies across 3 successful kill spy ops. It should probably be a little bit better than that, you know? Maybe I would have the kill count or have it so that spies are safe until you deploy them, but they can't do ops until you deploy them. Like, yeah, maybe I would change up spies a little bit. Who summoned Roberts? Is he even listening? He's not even listening. Oh, he is listening. Roberts, we wasn't speaking ill on Alex, actually. I don't hate Alex. I used to love Alex, and then I hated him really hard for a long time. And now I'm back. Now I'm back to liking Alex. I will defend Alex. Okay. I think I think we should encourage Alex and support him because it's really hard for the head of the community to act on behalf of that community if the community is just always giving him shit. Because it's like he's already getting our money, right? Like people who buy credits and shit, like they're like Alex is already getting money. So he can just walk away and do the bare fucking minimum to keep the servers going. And then that just be it. And then, you know, whatever happens from there. But if we encourage and support him and we make him feel good, okay, that will make him want to come around. And then he comes around, that will make him want to like work on the game and stuff. Like, yeah. By shitting on Alex, I think that makes it very easy for him to want to stay away. Whereas if we make him feel all warm and fuzzy, makes him want to come around more. If that makes any sense. The carrot approach versus the stick approach. Listener says, I agree, we should throw more money at him for doing nothing. I don't buy credits, but if other people if people don't buy credits, they can fucking buy credits. I don't care. I'm not saying necessarily people should buy more credits, but I'm saying we should like when we interact with Alex on the forums, on Discord and DMs, we should be nice. We should be nicer. Okay, and we shouldn't. And even when he's not around, we still shouldn't shit talk. We should foster a feeling of like appreciation towards Alex. Maybe it's undeserved, but I think a paradigm shift would be nice. We should encourage Sleepy Joe too, by the way. I don't know about that one. I see some sweeping mechanic changes personally. Me too, man. I want those generals. I want those generals. I want like perks. I want perks. I want generals. I want luxury goods. Okay. Robert says, Stammer, give me your honest breakdown on if KT is at its peak or not. I'd say it's pretty close. I'd say maybe the golden age of KT. Oh shit. The golden age of KT was like 2018. Because you had straight killers on top and on bottom, all right? You had Horsecock, Kegos, Theodosius, 500 Poon. You had all these fucking straight killers. The membership was like fierce and awesome. Then MPO's last time happened and the Catholic community died, right? And then we limped along until I'd say until the rebrand. Once we became KT again, there was a real shift in things. And we've kept growing. We've kept recruiting, getting new players to join, getting established members to join. The government is really tight and really good. I'm really happy with our government. I would say as of July 2024, I would say KT is pretty close to being back to where it was in 2018 in terms of like like I think, well, we had 70, 80 members in 2018 before it was last time. Now we have about 70 now. It's been steadily growing as time goes on. Like more people are joining us than we are kicking out, and they are quitting. So that's pretty good. We're number 11. We got pretty good tiering. I'd say we are about on par. I'd say we're on par with 2018 KT. I'd say KT is really in its stride again. I'm very happy about that. Do we control for membership size too? KT members fight above the weight class, but too much Tyson and Ring are going to equal out. I think 2018 KT had smaller like recruit size people too, so I think it's pretty decent. Do you think KT could take down Solo right now 1v1? What's our tiering right now? And most of our guys are like, gosh, man. Let's see. First of all, let me log in so I can see more information. That's a good place to start. Now, we did like you had the great penising against TKR, in which we had an unmailed TKR tied up for 2 weeks before they really took us all down. That was pretty fucking great. And then back in January with the Rose, TK with the hit on KT, within a couple hours we were like getting a handle of the situation there too. And of course, this last war against TKR and friends, I think we had a pretty good showing there as well. Who could we take on a one-on-one? The Immortals. I don't think we can Rose. I don't think we can Event Horizon. I don't think we can Eclipse. Could we tie up TKR again? That would be interesting. I think on the offense, we can probably tie up TS pretty well. Probably the Fighting Pacifists. Probably Guardian. I wonder if we could Grump. No, I think Grumpy's way too big for us. Yeah, I think the city count just they kind of blow us out. I wonder if we could Camelot. We probably could Legion of Dawn. Didn't KT beat Rose to a pulp before? Not necessarily. I don't think that happened. Yeah, it's just a numbers thing, Roberts, when it comes to Guardian. I think they have more cities than us on average, but I think we could just scalp off that top and keep them beat down. Immortals outnumbers us, but they had such a bad showing that last war that I'm not sure how good they would do. I think what's the Syndicate's tiering? And also, who could we solo on a one-on-one? No, I don't think we could the Syndicate. That's way too many City 4 leagues and stuff. Probably the Immortals. I think the highest ranked AA we could tie up and fuck really hard on a one-on-one is probably the Immortals. And besides them, maybe Guardian. Let me look at Guardian's tiering. What's the Immortals' tiering at? Oh yeah, I think we could. I think we could hurt the Immortals pretty bad. Guardian. Oh gosh, they're. Oh yeah. Okay. It'd be quite the punching up if we went for guard. If we went for Guardian. Hmm. Grumpy. I mean, yeah, I don't think Grumpy. What's Camelot's cheering? Ooh, I think. Ooh, I think Camelot might be. I think we could like. Oh yeah. Oh man, we could like fighting game air juggle Camelot. I think. Uh, yeah. There you go. Did I answer your question? So I think KT is basically back at their peak, objectively, and I think if we had to like, who could we best like fuck up in the top 15? I'd say probably Immortals and Camelot. I think everyone else has either too many members or they have fewer members, but they have even more cities than we do on average. So I guess in a way, Katie's kind of in the middle there in terms of membership and city count. But I think I can't speak on. I think Eclipse is really good, but I think Singularity is pretty decent as well. But KT, like membership quality and like government, like our activity level, our like experience, and just how fucking killer our gov is, being able to like give out targets and stuff. Like I think it's straight killer, and that's also pretty important. All right. You guys got any other questions? I will happily sit here and talk about KT stuff. If you guys want to know KT, or I can talk about something else. If you guys want to ask me something, I'm happy to do that. Do a deep dive on the Immortals. I don't know anything about the Immortals. Fucking, they had a bad showing last war. I don't know anything. I don't really. I'm just so not interested in politics and war these days. Like, I'm not going to quit. Like, I love KT. I like doing my show, but like, I don't know what's going on all the time. I'm not really talking to people. Like, yeah, it's rough here. Your stuff is not getting deleted. I will check the audit log. No one is censoring you. You want to come on? If I let you, I don't know. I'm open to letting you come on. That's fun. All right, Roberts. I'll give you. Oh, he's already on. Hey, Roberts, how's it going? Oh, let me put on push to talk so shit doesn't.
Hello.
Greetings. What's on your heart, Roberts? What's on your chest? There's something. There's something. Speak your truth, Mister. You have a platform.
I have to kind of watch who's listening because I don't want to go over the top. But have you guys looked at TI lately? During the war and since the war? They have roughly about 50% of their alliance either in VM, on the gray team, or at or over 7 days inactive. Like throughout all tiers, like they have collapsed internally basically and are having a rough time.
I'm gonna look at this. That does sound rough.
When I counted this morning, they had 30 people that were red or purple diamond. which they have 147 members plus a training alliance, but that's still pretty rough. And I'm not even going to touch on their. I'm not even going to touch on their war performance. Not even going to lie. Caster made a better post about that than I could.
Can you summarize what Caster said for those who might not be aware of his post, which was very well done?
So to summarize Caster's post, and not my personal opinion, basically TI did very poorly and just kind of stopped declaring wars in totality. Like, Tyrion was seemingly the only person fighting in the entire alliance. Which he dealt like 7 or 8 billion in damages. He did pretty good. But yeah.
Pantheon. I don't know if Pantheon would dunk on TI. Like, Pantheon was from a much older era. Even if the Immortals is dying, the few people there who know anything would still be operating in the more modern, like, competent meta. But I don't know. We'll see. That's one thing, Roberts. Roberts, when did you start playing?
This Nation's a reroll, and it's 2,252 days old. And it's so this one says 2018, so like probably 2016, 17.
Yeah. Do you concur with me on this? I think alliances have figured out more. Like, I think the average alliance today is much more competent than the average alliance like back then when you started playing.
If we're not counting micros, yeah, I agree with that. Like the top 30, yeah. I think are generally more competent than the top 30 of 2017.
Yeah.
But I've also, I don't know if you remember or if anybody even noticed, I joined UPN like very briefly before I started the Sword Coast. They're better now that Naro and others have taken leadership, but we had to work on them a little bit.
I don't know why I was thinking about this yesterday, but like UPN was top dog for a couple months in fucking 2015. There was number one alliance. 2015, they had 100 members. In 2015, they had 6 protectorates under them. You know, they had an empire, and then Mensa just completely destroyed them, and it all fell apart. I don't know, just biggest fucking fumble I've ever seen.
I kind of feel like they're making a comeback lately, honestly. They were stagnant for several years, but recently they're making moves, and I like to see it.
Well, that's good. Redemption arcs are always nice to see.
I didn't jump ship. Addressing Kiwi's post in the chat, I didn't jump ship. I just moved on to a different project. It was easier for me to start my own thing and build it from the ground up than it was to change a institutional thing like an alliance as old as UPN.
So, Roberts, what's going on with politics right now? I don't know anything going on. People are doing things, it seems. Can you educate me? Can you explain it to me like I'm 5? What's going on right now?
So one, the entire treaty web is obviously kind of rewriting itself at the moment. There's a lot of movement, I'm not going to leak OPSEC, but there is a lot of unannounced movement that will still happen. So a lot of change is coming. A lot of musical chairs are rotating. And I think something else important that's happening that nobody's talking about, or at least nobody's really talking about at length that I've seen, is what Sleeping Ninja just posted. The international inter-alliance system that we've all agreed to tacitly over the last, like, since NPO's last time, roughly, seems to be kind of falling apart, in that we're not the sphere system seems to be dying, and I don't know what it's being replaced by. I don't know if anybody has an actual idea of a larger system at play, but it's, you could look at the treaty web and see very obviously, like, people are making spheres, but it is very different from the last 2 or 3 years of, you know what I mean? If you have a cross sphere tie, you're going to get coalitioned. Like, there's kind of not clearly defined lines anymore, and I think that's going to actually get worse. Worse is not the right word. I think it's good for politics to evolve. I just think it's going to get more or less defined on where the lines are if you're not if you're not at playing at a higher level, I guess, and just know where the lines are already. It's gonna get complicated.
All right, thanks for that, Robert. Anything you want to go over?
Hashtag join TSC. That's all I got.
Real. Roberts, thank you for coming on. Thank you for popping in chat, helping extend my show for another 30 members. 30 minutes. Oh my fucking gosh. 30 minutes. I'm going to send you back to the audience now. Bye-bye. All right. I don't want to cover. I want to give the news, and I'm not going to give commentary. Well, I'll give a little bit of commentary, but I want to talk about. I'll give some brief real life politics updates because I haven't done that in a while. I think it's been interesting lately. But yeah, the first presidential debate. Oh gosh, was it last Thursday? I think it was last Thursday. Yeah, last Thursday. And it was Wednesday? Okay. So who watched the debate? What did you think about it? Before I give my thoughts, I want to know what the community thinks about it. Hey, Kiwi, Roberts did yap, okay? He did yap. He yapped a little. Someone lost his game. To be fair, I've also been hungover all day because I went too hard last night. So you're talking. To be fair, this show is actually not Thalmor Radio. It's hungover Thalmor Radio. All right, that's contributing to my lack of yap today. If I'm being honest. Anyways, so I watched the debate. I actually watched it live. I tuned in to a live stream of it from the Blaze, and he was giving some pre-show commentary. Hop in the shower. I take long showers, so I take a Bluetooth speaker in there with me and listen to something while I'm showering. All right, I take like 20-minute long showers, and the debate started basically right when I got in the shower, and immediately I was thinking, I thought Biden sounded really rough, just the way his voice sounded. I was thinking, oh, that's a little. Ooh. And then we get to him saying shit like, we beat Medicare. We're talking about how like women are getting pregnant by being raped by their sisters. Like he had a lot of gaffes and goofs. Meanwhile, Trump wouldn't answer questions. They would ask Trump something, and he would just go off about something completely different. That was pretty frustrating. I would have appreciated it if he would have answered questions. But in the end, I think Biden just looked. I don't think Trump did well in the debate, but I think Biden certainly did poor. And immediately after the debate, everyone in the press, MSNBC, CNN, they were all like, "Oh, we need to replace Biden. This is crazy." And then Trump was already ahead in the polls anyways by a little bit. Now he's ahead like even more. So that debate did not help Biden at all. And so yeah. And then like you had the Supreme Court. Supreme Court has been popping off. Okay, fireworks. That's cool. The Supreme Court ruled in Chevron that federal agencies can't like make laws. So that kind of doesn't that kind of change a lot of things? Because now the only laws they can enforce is like what's actually passed by Congress. So, and then even bigger than that, I think Monday the immunity decision came, and they basically said that Trump does have immunity for official acts while in office, which is apparently a big deal. Apparently means he can't be prosecuted for like almost anything he does in office. So they ruled that judges should not automatically refer to agency interpretations. Gotcha, listener. Thank you. Thank you. How much time do you have versus Chevron? If you want to type out something, I'll definitely read it. But I mean, I probably do want to end the show before the top of the hour because I'm ready to get a bite to eat because I'm pretty hungry. I don't think they ruled that the president is king necessarily. I don't think they went that far. I think that's a little hyperbolic. Oh, man. Oh, I need to switch my thing off push to talk. I have been told by lawyer and law student friends that the overturn of Chevron will be the most far-reaching ruling in our lifetime because it impacts so much. See, that's what I think as well. So, can we defund the NSA, CIA, FBI based? Why would I censor Roberts for advocating for the defunding of the CIA and FBI and NSA? That's actually like that kind of language is that kind of rhetoric is encouraged here, actually. Oh, implying more sinister things. Uh-oh. Okay, CCT, I got you. Trump actually disavowed Project 2025 today. He put out a Truth Social that was like, I don't know who they are, I don't know what they're doing, but I just agree with them. So that was interesting. Project 2025. All right, what's this image? What does it say? End no fault divorce, complete ban on abortions without exceptions, ban contraceptives, additional tax breaks for corporations and the 1%, higher taxes for the working class, elimination of unions and worker protections, raise retirement age, cut Social Security, cut Medicare, end the Affordable Care Act, raise prescription drug prices, eliminate the Department of Education, use public taxpayer money for private religious schools, teach Christian religious beliefs in public schools, end free and discounted school lunch programs, end civil rights and diversity, equity, and inclusion protections in the government, ban African American gender studies on all of education, ban books and curriculum about slavery, ending climate protections, increase Arctic oiling, deregulate big business and the oil industry, promote and expedite capital punishment, end marriage equality, condemns single mothers by promoting only traditional families, defund the FBI and Homeland Security, use the military to break up domestic protests, mass deportation of immigrants and incarceration in camps, end birthright citizenship, ban Muslims from entering the country, eliminate federal agencies like the FDA, EPA, and more, continue to pack the Supreme Court lower court rights with right-wing judges. Most of that sounds based, actually. But, like, at the same time, like, the actual Project 2025 handbook is like hundreds of pages long from the Heritage Foundation. But this image in particular, I think, is a little unhelpful because, like, where was it? There was something like raise prescription drug prices. Like, I don't think they actually say like raise prescription drug prices. It might be arguing something like remove regulations on prices or something like that. I doubt they're like we need to raise the cost of insulin. Like I don't think they're doing that. Some of this stuff does seem like austerity measures though. Like wait a minute. Additional tax breaks for corporations and the 1%, and then under that higher taxes for the working class. That's not really how it works though. It's my understanding. You can't raise one and cut the other. Well, I don't know about that. They straight up pitch raising the cost of insulin? That's weird. Huh. No one ever mentions Trump reauthorizing Patriot Act. Makes me cry every try. Yeah. Trump is not it's not a freedom loving guy. Um Roberts, in your mind, what do you think I think about Trump? The precision when he went, it's okay. I'm not scared of Trump. I'm not scared of King Trump. All right. We just celebrated freedom from tyranny yesterday on 4th of July. All right. If Trump's like, That Dalmore guy, something needs to be done about him. I'll accept my fate. All right. It's coming down the holler for you. It's funny, I really because I do live in a holler. Good recording. What's the matter? I just like Trump. I voted for Trump so that he could enact a conservative agenda, and that didn't happen. And I think Project 2025 seemed pretty cool. But now he's disavowing it, and it's like I think I want Trump over Biden, although I don't think Biden's been a bad president. A Republican would be better over Biden, but like as far as Democrats go, Biden's been pretty fucking like the border wall is being built, and he's telling the Israelis to not go so hard against the Palestinians, and like there's some other stuff too, but Biden really hasn't been like that terrible. So, will you vote Republican this year? I might because I think it's a fun ritual. Kentucky is a deep red state though, like the 2020, the 2012 election, the 2016 election, and the 2020 election. I was like up watching them live, and all three times when the polls closed at 7, everywhere immediately, Kentucky always instantly goes for the Republican. Like Kentucky is deep red. My vote really doesn't matter. I might vote because it's a fun ritual, and I love getting the I vote sticker. But like, do I really support Trump? It's one of those hold your nose things. Would you vote for Andy Bashir if Biden bows out of the race and Andy becomes a nominee? No, I have a bone to pick with Andy. I know Roberts. I'm a right wing guy, and you're a left wing guy. All right. Don't be surprised. There's not much common ground here. I don't like Andy. Andy is moderate. Andy, during COVID lockdowns, bars could stay open, but churches had to close. And he had the Kentucky State Police go around and photograph the license plates of those who still went to church. Okay, that's religious persecution. All right, and fuck that. Fuck that. It was by a county basis, probably, honestly. So blame your county. Give them more. This didn't happen in my county. This happened elsewhere in the state. I remember it was like April 3rd, 2020. The local McDonald's that's open 24/7 was open. And I remember me and my mom, foul mom, we went out for like a 3 a.m. McDonald's run, which was a little bit of a tradition of ours there for a little bit. And we went out, and it was so, like, even though we live in a rural county, it's still like a 20-minute drive from here to McDonald's. And usually there would be some cars on the road, people working the night shift, truckers, like there'd be some people. It was so weird going out on April 3rd, 2020 at 3 a.m. and there just being no one on the road. It was like the rapture could have happened and we just wouldn't know. It was kind of freaky. It was like being in a alternate reality. All right. Guys, I'm done. I'm tired. I need to eat something. I'm starving. Roberts, do you believe the pandemic changes irrevocably? What do you mean? Before I end the show, what do you mean? Some people use the word trauma or PTSD. I do not feel changed from the pandemic. Some people might be irrevocably changed. Like, do you think the pandemic and its policy have a permanent cultural shift? I don't think so. I don't think so. Do you disagree? Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not searching my thought processes and environment enough for an answer. I think some people are way more willing to ask and all that. I'm not seeing a lot of people. I'm not seeing that. Now, I live in a much different area than you, though. So wait, Roberts, do you live in Lexington? I forget. Oh yeah, remote work is definitely one change. Corporations was like, wait a minute, this shit's gas, and workers was like, oh wait, this shit's gas, and so remote work definitely seems to have stuck around a lot more, and it'll probably be a lot more prevalent than it was otherwise. You're in Lexington, that's cool. I want to move to Lexington here in a couple of years. I really started living life this year, going out more. I'm tired. I'm putting down the video games, the internet, and I've been living life more this year, going out and being in the community, doing stuff. But I'm feeling like I'm maxing out opportunities in my small town, and that makes me want to go to Lexington where there's more opportunities. And also, like, I want to go to games at Kroger Field. And I want to like participate in Warhammer tournaments at Fayette Mall. And it's just Lexington is like an hour, and it's like depending on where I'm trying to go, it can be like an hour and a half drive from where I live, and I just don't, makes it hard. Fast food has changed for them back inside the volume. One thing that pisses me off is COVID killed what little nightlife my small town had. It's 2 a.m. It's 2 a.m. You're with the boys, right? It's fucking Friday night, Saturday night. All right. What are you going to do in town? Well, guess what? You do have options. You can go to Huddle House and eat food. You can go to Walmart and like pick up some things, or look at what games are on sale, like or pick up a new board game to play that day or that night. Like there was a little bit of a nightlife. You can go eat at McDonald's, go through the drive-through and fucking chow down. Listen to like you can't do that anymore. The McDonald's is still open, but that's it. Huddle House, they close at 10. Walmart, they close at 11. What little nightlife my small town had is gone now. I think that's sad. But the pickleball courts are open 24/7 because they're outside, so that's cool. So you can go play pickleball with the boys and get some McDonald's, on your way home, and that's kind of interesting. Going to Walmart was nightlife for you in a small town? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, definitely. Lexington has multiple Warhammer stores, Thalmor. My favorite place to do Warhammer stuff is CM Games at the mall, the superstore. They have tournaments, I think, every month, and I'm trying to get a good handle on what tactics and stuff are most effective before I do one. But if I do one, I want to dress up in like my commissar garb with like the hat and everything, because I'm an Imperial Guard player. I think that's funny. Even Bria, Richmond, and Georgetown would be good options to become a good spot inside Lexington proper. I was thinking about maybe not next year, but the year after, 2026. I was thinking about going back to school at EKU and going like in person, and and that would be like my practice for Lexington. I'd be a fucking decade older than my peers, but I think it'd be interesting. Even Brewery from Georgetown. I was trying to get out of the house more lately. I picked up the old White Man's Sword of Golf. You could come with me one day. I have a friend who's 3 times my age bringing me his old golf stuff. Because I mentioned to him I want to get into golfing. And I actually got a perfect strip of land here that can be used for practicing golf with. And if I like golf, then I might take you up on that offer, Roberts. For me, what I've done this year is I've gotten into martial arts. I've been doing kickboxing and going to the gym. And next month, my school is going to start offering jiu-jitsu, so I'm going to be doing that as well. I'm very excited about that. Golf does seem nice. A couple with the boys on the green, couple beers. That seems very pleasant, especially if it's not too hot or too humid. Well, anyway, it was hot. I bet. All right, thanks guys for yapping with me. I'm in the show now. Roberts, thank you for popping in. You helped make the show. You helped elevate it, and I appreciate that.
He's coming at you from the top. Oh no, no, he won't stop. Double radio. Double radio. Double radio.
Good night.